Morning, everyone. Here it is, another day in seclusion, a dreary Saturday. So let's try and stay positive, shall we? And to do my part, sitting here in my Actors Equity t-shirt, I am a professional, so don't try this at home. I'm at home, so I can try this. I don't know. Anyway, this is day 3 of my funny theater story videos, and I'm going to do one of my more substantial stories. Actually, it's one of my favorites. This harkens back to a production of Misalliance we did at Main Street Theater back in the, was it late 90s? I can't remember exactly. Anyway, it was a very quick put-up. There was a show we were going to do that didn't end up happening, and so we pulled this together really quickly, and it's a big show, and it ended up being really good. It was a terrific production. I mean, Shaw is one of Main Street's, main playwrights that we go to frequently. Anyway, so the story happens that one night I was playing Joey Percival, who was the sort of romantic, dashing lead, back when I was romantic and dashing. Seems so long ago. Anyway, Mark Roberts was playing the criminal who we end up railing against at one point in the show. He's the robber. I can't remember exactly what the title, what his... I should have looked this up before I did this video. Anyway, as Joey, I call him out at one point in the show. Everybody's on stage, and I'm giving him what for, and I grab him by the lapels, and at one point I say I'm going to give him the most thorough thrashing I am capable of, I believe is something, what the line is. Anyway, my brain and my tongue completely got out of sync when I got to the end of that line. So there was nothing intelligible that came out of my mouth at the end of this, speech, whatever. And I'm frothing, I'm just really letting him have it. And so at the end of this garble that comes out of my mouth, this spitball that, it's mythic in my mind because it was this perfectly round orb of saliva that left my mouth, and in my memory, time just slowed down, and this thing left my mouth, and it's like the music from The Natural, da-dum, bum-bum-bum-bum, the horn music. I could hear that as the spitball went and landed right in the middle of Mark Roberts' eyes. Well, it was just, we couldn't help it. Everybody, Mark and I both broke. It wasn't huge at first. It was just sort of a acknowledgement that a really funny thing had just happened. But it very quickly escalated, and we fell out, and everybody on stage fell out, and as everybody on stage fell out, the audience fell out. It is to this day the largest, most vocal laugh I've ever experienced in the theater. It just kept going, and there was no recovery, and we were trying, and I'm not real strong when it comes to that kind of thing. So I'm really at sea and trying to recover as best I can. And luckily for everybody that was on stage, most of them got to leave. I was left on stage with Mark Roberts, who, he likes to poke people when they're down. And so he was sitting behind a desk, and just when I would start to get it back together again, he would do this sort of Scooby-Doo thing and look at me, and I would fall out again. And he did that like 3 times. And it was really painfully, deliciously, ecstatically awful, wonderful. Uh, it was so funny, and I wish to this day that I had that night on video because it was like a classic Carol Burnett, like the elephant story with Tim Conway, kind of just falling on the floor, hilarious laughter, delicious, 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 and yeah. Um, it's the theater, folks. It's live. Sometimes these things happen. And as I sit here in my professional Actors Equity t-shirt, it's not professional behavior, but sometimes it happens to the best of us. Anyway, so there's day 3 of my theater stories. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made any sense. I just ramble. I'm home and it's quiet. The thing about me is that I'm a hermit generally. So it's not unusual. It's just that knowledge that I'm not supposed to be out. And it's human nature, I guess. It's like, well, I want to be out now because I'm not supposed to be. So anyway, I hope you're all doing well. I know things have really gotten nasty out there, and I've had a lot of friends that were laid off at the alley yesterday. My love to all of you. We're going to get through this. It's going to end. We're going to come out on the other side, and it's all going to be good. So try and remember that. It's going to be tough for a while. I love you all. Let's stay positive, and I'll be back and chatting with you in a day or two. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.